Hello there everyone! So this video is going to be talking about my mental health, when the issues started and how I'm currently dealing with them. Okay, so the time when I first started feeling issues with my mental health were probably when I was about 10 or 11. I'd gone through a lot of bullying when I was a child, a lot of bullying. And I also lived in, when I was young, I lived in these block of flats, and these people were horrendous as well. They were threatening my dad with knives, they were throwing bricks at me, and also there was a fire made outside my bedroom, which caused a lot of flashbacks as I was around the age of like 5, 6. I had a lot of flashbacks from seeing and feeling the heat of the fire. I would feel the heat of the fire when I was trying to sleep for a very long time, every night. Okay, so back to the main thing. So I would say my main issue with depression started when I was 11. The transformation from primary school to secondary school really hit me hard. There were a lot of people that didn't really accept me. I didn't have many friends, and I experienced a lot of bullying from people who were in the older years of school. And I feel like that affected me deeply. That really affected my confidence, and it affected everything about me. It started when I was 11. And when I was 11, that would have been the first time that I ever self-harmed in my life. Like, I haven't admitted this to anyone that I was that young, but yeah, when I was 11, that was the first time I ever self-harmed. I decided to find something sharp, and I thought, I need to release this pain. I need to release what I have on the inside that I cannot get out. How can I release it and feel better? And I don't know what made me think that harming myself would make me feel better, but it worked. It worked. As the blood left my body from that one cut, I felt a lot better. And that's where it started. And then I carried on self-harming up until this year. April this year is when I was made to stop. I was helped to stop, was April this year. So that's a long time. The age of 11 till 24, I was self-harming. And I'm not proud of it, but it was the only way that made me feel better, made me feel in control of how I was feeling at that moment. Okay. From 11 up until 15-ish, it was fairly hidden that I was having emotional issues. No one would have guessed. I seemed like a normal teenager. And then when I hit the last year of school, which was really stressful, obviously you have GCSEs, I was finding it really hard to cope with the stress of the GCSEs. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to try and get the best grades and everything like that, because I was fairly, I was a fair perfectionist at trying to do the best of my ability. That's when I had my first emotional breakdown. I would sit in lessons, I would randomly start crying, and I wouldn't be able to stop. I'd feel awful about myself all the time. I'd feel like everyone hates me. And then verbal bullying came from that. I was known as the psycho girl. People would make up rumors. And yeah, so I had counselling to help me get through my GCSEs. I came out with some okay grades, like they weren't amazing, but they weren't the worst, so that was fine. But in that year, I did try and end my life because I couldn't take the stress of the bullying and I couldn't take the stress of the exams. So college, when I was in college, I had a similar situation. I had a lot of different stories made up about me. I fell out with my best friend. I had nobody and I had to start from scratch again. So I had to build up my life and meet new people, which I did. And I still know those people now, which is great. So that's fine. So that was fine. But yeah, when I was in my second year of college, unfortunately my gran passed away from breast cancer, and it had a deep effect on me, a really deep effect on me, and it hurt me for a really long time. I didn't take it very well, but I didn't want my parents to know I didn't take it well, so that had an effect on me. I got more depressed. I isolated myself. I couldn't go into classes and lessons and stuff, so I spent a lot of my time in the library or a local park studying instead of being in the lessons, and consequently I failed. I failed my college, but it happens. Fast forward to recent times, because I know this is going on. This is a rambly thing and it's going on for a long time. So I've worked in fast food for a long time, and it's fine. I don't mind it. It's cool. I love making the customers smile. I love getting the good feedback and everything. But even though people are nice to you, you can still have it in your head. You can still have the mental horribleness in your head, the demons. So last year I battled with horrendous anxiety. I would feel like I'm going to pass out all the time. I would feel sick and everything. And then it was fine. I decided to start losing weight because I thought that would make my anxiety better. It did. But my depression got worse. My depression got a lot worse. And this April, I felt like nobody liked me, my boyfriend didn't love me, the world was closing in on me, and the only way to try and feel better was to end my life. I wanted to end my life because it was a mental breakdown, and that's the only way you feel like you're gonna get out. But what happened is I told my boyfriend this. He had an absolute argument with me. He separated from me for a day, and that was the most horrendous day of my life. All I did was spend the whole day crying. I was so much more depressed because I didn't want to lose my life. I just felt like I needed to end my life. But then when he made me lose my life for a day, it made me realize, no, I can't end my life. So he said he would get together with me again because we're in a long-term relationship. We've been together for 7 years. He said, the only way I will accept you back is if you will get yourself some help from the doctor. So I did. I went to the doctor, I spoke to them, they've referred me to CBT, which I won't lie, I have not done it because I work, I haven't had time to do it, but I did accept something from them, and it has helped me a lot with my issues, and also like using positive thinking and other things, and having friends. I've made friends. I didn't have friends for years. I made friends. So that shows that my boyfriend was right, and this has made a positive impact. It's still a battle. It's still a constant battle. If I don't take my medicine, I do feel a little more on edge. I feel better than I did before I started. I still feel a little bit more on edge. So I started taking these, and they help me a lot. So my best advice to you, what the moral of this is, my best advice to you is, if you're having mental issues, don't be scared to speak to someone like I was. Don't be scared to speak to someone. Don't suffer for as many years as I did without getting the right help. Tell somebody and get yourself some help, please. But thank you very much for watching, and there may be more videos in this kind of series. Thank you. Goodbye.